Welcome to ITOURS, a complete travel ERP software solution. This training session is specially developed to understand the complete accounting flow under the ITOURS system. So, let's start. Accounts group. ITOURS by default provides account groups 111 in the system like capital, fixed assets, income, expense, etc. You can view all groups under account section in ledgers, then in groups. You can create new groups from there itself. Account ledgers. ITOURS by default provides account ledgers 229 in the system like cash in hand, package to sales, petty cash, etc. You can view all ledgers under the account section in ledgers and then in ledgers. You can create new ledger from there itself. Tax ledgers. All taxation ledgers are also present in the system by default like input CGST, output CGST, VAT, etc. Auto ledgers creation for customer, supplier and bank. So when you create any new customer, supplier or the bank, the ledger will get auto created under the accounts in ledgers and then in ledgers. Financial year. You can create any financial year from the company profile section and then in financial year. All transactional entries will be reflected in particular financial year like sales, purchase, receipts, payment, etc. Branch-wise taxation, receipt and invoice data reflect. The details like tax number and address will be printed on the receipt and invoice which are entered at the time of branch creation. Bank voucher entry with example. You need to make entries under the account section in bank vouchers for cash withdrawn from your bank, cash deposit in the bank or interbank payment transfer from same company bank accounts. JV entry with example. The entries apart from sales, purchase, receipts, payment and bank voucher are to be done under JV entries. Check clearance or credit card clearance. All customer received check or paid check first will be reflected under accounts in check clearance section. You have to clear or cancel check entries. Particular tour operator's bank get debited with the amount excluding credit card company charges and credit card company gets credited with the same amount. Please refer the snapshot below to understand the entry location. Airline and visa top-up. You can make airline and visa advance top-up entries under the accounts in airline top-up section. It will get reflected to the supplier advance payment ledger which is auto created and its advance payment will get reflected under purchase in pre-purchase advance section. The ledger will created only once. You can refer the below snapshot to understand the entry location. Other receipts. Customer advances, customer multi-payment clause. Number 1. Full amount. Here, customer gets credited and bank cash gets debited with payment amount and advance ledger gets debited with advance amount. Number 2. Customer gets credited and bank cash gets debited with payment amount in case of payment amount is greater than nullify amount, and the different amount gets credited to the customer advance ledger if the ledger exists or credited to customer ledger. Number 3. Customer gets credited with the payment amount and bank cash gets debited with payment amount in the case of payment amount is greater than nullify amount. The customer gets credited and Advance ledger gets debited in the case of nullifying using advance amount. Number 4. Other income receipt. Particular income ledger gets credited and bank cash gets debited with payment amount. Customer advances. Advance ledger, which is auto created, gets credited and bank cash gets debited with payment amount. How to create new invoice? You can create new invoice from the sales section. Please refer the image below to understand the entry location. How to create new receipt or installment receipt? You have to create new invoice from the sales section. Sales entry ledger posting reflections. In this, customer gets debited and service sales gets credited, and customer and discount gets debited and basic amount, service charge, tax, markup, TDS gets credited. Customer receipt ledger posting reflections. Here, customer gets credited and bank cash gets debited. Sale cancel posting, that is cancellation charges. Here, first you have to cancel the sales entry from cancel and refund in select particular service and then refund. Sales refund posting. In this, particular customer gets debited and cash bank gets credited. Purchase entry ledger posting reflections. Refer the purchase reflection shown in the table below. Supplier payment ledger posting reflections. Number 1. Full amount. Here, supplier gets debited and bank cash gets credited with payment amount and advance ledger gets debited with advance amount. Number 2. Supplier gets debited and bank cash gets credited with the payment amount in case of payment amount is greater than nullify amount, and the different amount gets credited to the customer advance ledger if the ledger exists or credited to customer ledger. Number 3. Supplier gets debited with the payment amount and bank cash gets credited with the payment amount in case of payment amount is greater than nullify amount. Customer gets credited and advance ledger gets debited in case of nullifying using advance amount. Supplier advances. Advance ledger, which is auto created, gets debited and bank cash gets credited with payment amount. Purchase cancel posting or cancellation charges. Following are the purchase cancellation posting. Purchase refund posting. In purchase refund posting, particular service, that is purchase amount, gets credited and supplier gets debited. Accounting reports. ITOURS operator software generates multiple reports under accounting reports like financial report, taxation report, statistics, register, and reconciliation. Financial report shows profit and loss, balance sheet, cash flow projection, and trial balance details. Taxation report shows tax, TDS receivable, TDS payable, and labor law taxes details. Under statistics, it shows ratio analysis, receivable aging, payable agings, negative ledger, overdue receivable, and overdue payable details. Register shows day book, sales, purchase register, debit note, credit note, list of accounts, FAR, bank book, and cash book details. Reconciliation shows cash and bank reconciliation. Office expenses or indirect expenses. You can book all the office expenses or indirect expenses entries under the accounts in the expenses like electricity bills, internet bills, miscellaneous, bank charges, housekeeping, furniture, and equipments, etc. First, you can book the expenses and then release the advance or full payment on the same screen. You can select the payment tab on the same screen if you would like to make part payment of any purchase. Please refer the snapshot below to understand the entry location. I hope this training session will give you a clear insight of the accounting flow of ITOURS system. Thank you.